7 seconds. Devlog 4 on development of Forever War. Working title, obviously. So within this week, I have been working on furthering my prototypes. So I've been working on making my combat prototype a bit more. I've added in some basic NPC behavior for the enemy, which basically allows it to follow you around and stuff like that. I added in another major asset, one of the big set pieces, which is, it was originally meant to be like a library codex type place, but now it is like a giant wire for the superconductor within the lore, where the platforming challenge will take place, which I'll go into in a bit. I got the puzzle all up and working around here within the switches, which open the door and everything. I got an interact system working, and I began getting most of the collision done for the church/research building, along with all the fixed camera angles within it. Yeah, so if I could hit play, I'll showcase first of all the fixed camera angles and stuff like that. So also you start with this first angle. There's a little bit of awkwardness between this cut, which I do need to sort of fix, with a little bit of blind spot between the characters, but yeah. So we go down here, obviously, switch to another camera angle. There's the test cube that I worked on within the lesson. You have this camera angle to show off a bit more of the window and get a bit more of a viewpoint. So here we also have another one which showcases a bit more better. Go through to here, and we have this camera angle which will eventually connect up to the combat sort of area that you go through. So we will have a platform within the center that connect up to there and boost you back up here so you can get back to there. Then we also went on to, well, I also went on to here. This is the final camera angle I've put in so far. I'm going to begin basically prototyping, especially within next week, the platforming, because the basic plan for within this is you start off within this platform, jump to here, screen shake pushes you down all the way down to here, where then you have a series of simple jumps introducing basically the platforming, and then this platform will go up and down, connecting you to this platform where we have a series of more precise jumps, where these two will be brittle, so as soon as you jump on them you'll have like a second or two before they, well, basically break, till you get to here, which will work as a sort of bounce pad, pushing your character further upwards in the momentum, where they will have to get to here and then do a big jump. We're using the dash and double jump at the same time, push you up to another bounce pad which should launch you up here, and you have to get to this ledge and grab the collectible. Within the combat prototype, which I will showcase now, just add in quickly the player start. Basically what we did was, well, what I did so far is I got the character to recognize you and then go for a hit. It obviously needs a little bit more, as he seems to be dashing around for now, but and when I start working on the characters like health bar and attack animations a bit more, I'll obviously fix that up. The puzzle now works completely because I was having some mild troubles getting it to work at the start here. Because the Interact system I was using just, yeah, it wasn't cooperating quite well. Collision is also all done here, because I had to make custom collision for basically everything. Not on this platform obviously, but within inside here, so yeah. So the puzzle basically runs on checking if you have pressed the switches in the correct order, and if so, it gives basically a sound that then will allow you to open the door. Also within this, I need to quickly change the door prototype to have this move with it, but they will show basically red or green depending on how much of the sequence you have right. So if I only have one of the switches right within the sequences, the first one will be green, but all the others will be red. Yeah, and then eventually this will be where the collectible is. Yeah. Apart from that, that's about as far as I've gotten within prototyping so far, and getting a bit more of a, well, building it to a vertical slice. Obviously, I still need to add in I still need to refine a lot of the features, but it's decently progressing. Devlog 4 continuation. I also did some character concept art this week. This is my first draft of the character. Obviously he's still very rough and there's a lot of design elements that I'm probably not gonna keep because I feel currently the character's a bit over designed. If you see the coat, I don't think really works with the character. It's just a bit too much. The legs obviously didn't really get a proper design, just ran out of space on the page and stuff like that. I really like the right arm, so I decided to keep that, and I have produced an asset of it. I plan to keep also the basic saw head design, but I am going to change a few elements of it to be a little bit different. And the left arm I'm not going to keep whatsoever. I just don't think the mace design really works quite well. It just looks very awkward. I mean, it may translate well in 3D, but it's hard to say. But overall, right now, the character doesn't really bring on the religious theming that I was hoping for, or really he does have a sort of post-apocalyptic theming to him. There's no of that religious element. There is the inclusion of tech, which I do like, but yeah, overall he definitely needs some more changes all around. But I did start producing the arm. I did a basic block out of it. So as we see here, there's a bit more of a physical version of it. We have obviously the hand being a lot thicker than the arm with the thinner out, and then we have the small sort of like torn cape that doesn't really cover the whole body, but yeah, I really like the arm, so that's one of the main elements I plan to keep. I have debated maybe on using this for both arms, and then working out the design a bit more from there.